Good day, global crypto enthusiasts. How's everybody doing today? This is 88 Fantastic coming to you Friday, May 3rd, 2019. All right, so today is no faucets today because, as always, every Saturday we come back, we do our faucet portfolio update. And as we were saying a couple of weeks ago, with the first week, we had our first loss in 9 consecutive weeks. And I said last Saturday, because Bitcoin had its first down week and all the altcoins had gotten shit kicked really bad, is that when the week that Bitcoin came back up, my portfolio is going to skyrocket. I just had a look at it before I started here. It's just tomorrow's going to be stupid. If nothing changes, tomorrow's going to be absolutely stupid. So let's see what we got going here for today. We got a market cap of sitting at 186.1 billion. It's actually been going a little bit back and forth between 186 even and about 186.5. So we see the profit takers taking a little bit out, but not as much as you would normally expect, especially since we gained quite a bit over the last 2 days. You'd figure that the profit takers would take just a little bit more out of there, but such awesome signs to see as my prediction from April 1st is still working out. I had said in early April that Bitcoin would be $6,600 to $6,700 by May long weekend, by the end of May for sure, before the next real big kick in the nuts comes and happens. So let's see what we got going on here. We should see green across the board. We'll just do a quick scan of our top 100. I just wanted to run through some nose clips today. Some news clips today. Before I get going on the charts here today, I just wanted to give a big shout out to one of my subs, Tyler. Thank you for the inbox today. It's really nice to see people that I don't know sending me an inbox and telling me they appreciate what I do. Even though there's only a few of us, at some point, like I've said to my son, my goal is literally just to try and get one new person per week would be nice, but right now we're kind of like on the 1 to 2 people per month thing right now. But I know my biggest thing is I hold back. I don't come out here. I don't put my face on this. I don't try to make this professional like all the other YouTubers, and I'm never gonna do that because I don't get paid to do any of this, and I don't get donated to do any of this. I'm here to try and show new people, not day traders, not swing traders, not OGs, because those people are so ingrained in what they think they know, you can't change their fucking minds. So I'm an awareness person. I think of things that are right in front of me, but I'm also very concerned about the things that surround me, and that's the way I treat the market too. So as I said, it's not just the price of one individual coin that concerns me; it's the price of everything. So let's see if there's anything that's changing our mind. Litecoin is still holding back over EOS. It was 200 million behind EOS the other day. Now it's got a $100 million lead back on EOS. Binance Coin is going back and forth today. It's gone up way too much too fast compared to the rest of the market anyway, so it might stay sideways even though the analytics, the chart people say it's going to be at $40. I say it'll be at $40, but that's going to be a long time away, so what else do we see that's going on here? Dash is still making its move on Monero. It should actually pass Monero here. Even though Monero is going at 6% and Monero is doing very well due to its private gambling. So a lot of the blockchain that we've been seeing and a lot of these projects that we're seeing boost up right now aren't really getting boosted due to their tech. It's due to the usual gambling. And it's gross to say, but it's true. That's what keeps Tron floating. That's what got Monero going here in the last couple of months. So it does take things like that. And I know there's a lot of sites. For those of you that have seen my portfolio faucets, you'll see that almost every site offers a gambling site of some kind. So let's see who else is kicking some ass. This Cosmos project, again, that's something I haven't dove into yet, coming out of its project. Let's have a look and see how long it's actually been alive for. March 18th. That's it. So this is still pretty brand new. So like I said, normally when you see these guys, it did have its angel investor dump. So that's what you look for on these ICOs right off the bat is this. Usually within the first 3 days, the first week for sure, but usually within the first 3 days, the original investors, a lot of them will dump because not everybody can afford to sit and wait for a project to skyrocket like this. So what happens here is a lot of the original angel investors, the people that invested before the market, they see it get up here and then they sell out, and then a handful of the investors that didn't sell, they buy their stock right back here. So somebody got really lucky and made some good money there. So let's see what else is going on here. Nothing too serious. Lots of nice green. Lots of nice green. Everybody still going. Stable coin. Now, 0.5%'s nothing. Another standard coin. So right now we're seeing green across the board, like 1%. Nothing really negative, and everybody's getting a little piece of the action right now. So really good stuff to see. So let's bounce on here. We just wanted to show some news here, and just to see what kind of things that I look for as the day goes on here. Again, you want to keep an eye out on everything. You don't want to just stick to one feed. The best advice that I could possibly give anybody in this space is whenever you see anything where they're being super positive, super bullish, you have to go out and try and find something that is completely the negative. We live in a world now where people are getting paid to falsely mislead people through articles, through YouTube videos, through bullshit regulations. And if you can't actually read through the bullshit, you're going to get stuck at some point here. So Bitcoin hits 100 billion market cap on news. Institutional investment could come into the market. You know what? We heard that last year. And I've always said there was one time in this market, since I've been in this market since October of 17, that I was horribly wrong once. And this article right here is what cost me last year in October of 2018. So my big prediction is when everything was going smooth last year and we were in just a horrible bear market and Bitcoin was sitting at its 3,000, 3,200 mark, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange was coming on board of October of 2018, and that's the biggest exchange on the planet. And I figured, you know what? When CME opens up and it starts spreading the word of Bitcoin, this is going to be the big boom. I figured October of 2018, with the second week, was going to be our big boom, and we saw nothing. So when I see articles like this is FUD all the way. This could be FUD and FOMO all the way. So again, just things to watch out for. This is one of those spaces where you need to believe in yourself, and you have to be able to search multiple articles, multiple media sources, and find out who just keeps pumping for their own personal gain and who's actually a guy like me that's going to come out and tell you, you know what, this thing is a total piece of shit. And if you invest in this, you better be investing to make $1 real quick and getting the fuck out of there and getting your money back into a stable coin or back into your own wallet of some kind. So let's see what else we got going on here. Ethereum bullish rally will persist throughout the year. It might touch the $500 level. Well, you know what? If the entire market goes up, everything should go back to where it was. And what I mean by that is the way I explained it to my family is when you started investing in the market, every project at that time had a certain value. Now, when the market has crawled back all the way it has over the last 15, 16 months, where does your project stand now? And when the market crawls back to where you started, what's your project worth then? That's when you're going to know, did you invest right? If you got into the market, say like me, April 1st of 2018, and the market was fighting between around the 400 billion mark, certain projects were worth certain things. Now, when that market gets back up to 450 after crawling back to 100, what's my project worth now? And that's what we're waiting for. Right now, most of my stuff is actually worth almost as much, if not more, than some of those were already. It's really crazy. So when you invest into something solid and it goes through a bear market and its value regains while it's in that bear market, then and it holds. It's got to hold. Then you know you're in the right spot, right? So let's just keep going through the news here. I don't want to pop onto anything here. I just want to show you guys what I'm looking at, and then if you see anything on here, it'll show where it's at, and you can just pop onto them as well. Australia Tax Office tries to track down cryptocurrency tax evaders. So here, as we see with the Crypto.com and the Crypto.com.chain with their debit card and the amazing project that's actually happening out there, it's one of those ones where the governments have been waiting for so long and delaying things for so long. The projects that the cryptocurrency world is moving on, and has moved on without government's permission. Now, Australia, their government has no idea how to tax people after cryptocurrency is now available to buy their gas, their groceries. You can take a crypto debit card virtually anywhere in Australia and use it the same way you would do a normal debit card, which is what we've been waiting for in North America for a year, and it's sickening. So Litecoin jumps 161% year to date. So that must have been from last year at this time, because I know January 1st it was at $30 and at $70. 30 to 7, I guess so. That could be 161. Let's go find out. 30 to, what are we at right now? Let's go see what Litecoin is at right now. Litecoin is at 79.43. And what we're going to have to get 161%. Oh no, wait, it was at $30, my bad. $30, 79.43. 164%. Wow. And again, that's when I came on and started doing faucets in early January, and I'm still going to stick to being the first person that came out onto YouTube to talk about the Litecoin halvening. And like I said in my video, it took about 2 to 3 more weeks before the rest of YouTube actually caught up. And of course, I can't get any subs or any love for being right. But anyways, that is correct, 161% on the year to date, because I was telling people to start getting Litecoin when it was at about, I think when we started it was at $28, maybe 30, but still, $30 from January to $80 right now in May. I would take that every day of the week. So let's see what we also got here. Wall Street analyst screams, buy Bitcoin before it hits $20,000 next year. What do you mean next year, dude? It might be that by the, I don't think it'll be the end of that by this year. I still think Bitcoin is going to struggle to actually hit that $10,000. We might hit 10K by the end of the year. But again, for me, I've said the bull run, the real, like how the stock market has had a 10-year plus bull run, and what a bull run is classified as, correct me if I'm wrong, is that there's no negative 20% weeks. Like an average week of negative 20 constitutes what a bull runner is. And I'm saying, I've always said it, 2020 is the year for me. I've invested everything I've personally got for the summer of 2020. I'm locked into smart contracts till then. I've invested till then. I'll dollar cost average until then. And for me, I've always said the real bull run of the cryptocurrency market will literally start January 1st of 2020. And by the end of 2020, honestly, Bitcoin should be into the 6 digits. By the end of, not the end of 19, starting 2020, but the end of 2020, starting 2021. That's when I honestly believe Bitcoin will be into the 6 digits. And my personal analytics show Bitcoin finishing, you hear all these, the 1 million, everyone, because it's such an even number and we humans love those numbers. It's like the difference between a 99-cent and a $1 item. It's the same thing in the price market. It's like when I collect my faucets, I know in my brain I should be just hammering Bitcoin, but for some reason when I collect Digibyte and I see Bitcoin at 20 Satoshi for a reward, and I see 16 million sats on a Digibyte, I'm hammering because that's the stupidity we humans have when it comes to looking and going out of our way for patterns, and that's what that is. So my analytics for me, and I still stick to it, show Bitcoin finishing at 600. That's right, $685,000. New Year's Eve 2020, start of 2021. That's what I've stuck with, and I'm going to stick with that. I still believe a lot of my predictions also, I should explain, come into, it's not the cryptocurrency market that's going to shoot Bitcoin up to that dollar mark. It's the imploding shitty world that we're still living in, where governments are still invading other countries and people are looking for a way to get their money away from the fucking governments that are burning them. You look at what's happening in Venezuela. They're being invaded unruly by outside forces. They should be just left alone. Greece is still broke. Africa's still broke. Italy's still on the fucking bubble. I'm probably missing 5 or 6 other countries. You look what's happening with Iran and Iraq. They're two of the biggest Bitcoin supporters, but you tell anybody that in North America and they just look at you like you're a fucking terrorist. Like, that's how stupid and greedy North America still is compared to the rest of the world. The world wants to see this. North America wants to see this, but they're so greedy, they're suppressing everything until all their buddies can get enough. That's what I still think it really is. Let's keep going through the news. BTC, large chunk of BTC moved from unknown wallet to Bitfinex as the scandal continues to evolve. And again, this is where I'd like to break out my iron skillet pan and smack every motherfucker that came on and give me a stupid comment on my Bitfinex video in early January where I came out to warn people about this. I didn't say they were 100% insolvent. I said, you know what? When somebody's charging you $100 a transaction more than anybody else, they're fucking broke. And they're taking the profits to pay back the withdrawals to avoid confrontation. And they finally got caught. So my point to the whole Bitfinex tether bullshit is, why didn't they come out and tell people they were in trouble and tell the general public, their customer, that they had to borrow from Tether? Why did they wait till they get caught and then tell people? It's because you're fucking guilty. Plain and simple. It's just so stupid how people try to make excuses for it still. Craig is Satoshi says money buttons Ryan X Charles as he validates 8 of Wright's 17 degrees. Dear God, like I have said so many times, the more you guys keep giving this guy airtime and viewability, like scumbags like Roger Ver and fucking Novacrats and all these idiots that have always been wrong and try to scam people, it's never going to change. So why keep giving them? So whoever A and B crypto is, stop posting this shit. Ignore them and just kick them to the curb forever. Make them earn it rather than getting airtime and media time. Because they're fucking scum. It's like the UFC. The more you yap, the faster you get a title shot. The harder you work and the better you train, you get less. It's so fucking stupid. So I don't watch that shit either anymore. QDM USD price analysis. Recovery triggered. I do not own any QDM, but I'm a big fan of this project. These guys bust their ass, and they've been at it for a couple of years now. So it's nice to see them finally see some money and get a little bit of recovery. Bitcoin market cap hits 100 billion again as Facebook reveals its crypto plans, and that's what we wanted to pop on here because this is one of my biggest fears in the market, and this is also one of my biggest fears for the not the cryptocurrency world, but for the actual physical money world. And I'm gonna have a sip of coffee and light a smoke before we get into this one because it's Friday. It's Friday. You ain't got a job and you ain't got shit to do. If anybody's ever watched Friday, classic. All right, Project Libra, Facebook. This thing terrifies me more than anything because, again, we are living in a world where people are so fucking lazy. Facebook is, I hate to say it, Facebook is so many people's actual life. It's ridiculous. So we're not going to, I don't want to burn through the whole bit here, but it is saying basically, so this is what Facebook is seeking around $1 billion in funding and has reportedly spoken with Visa, MasterCard, and First Data Corp. Why would Facebook seek fucking funding when it's one of the richest companies on the planet? This is what bugs me. It's just like here, I'm in Canada and we got a company called Loblaws. They're the largest employer and the richest fucking family in this country, and yet our cock-sucking liberal government gives them tax bonuses and gives them $12 million to go and fix their own fucking equipment for equipment that they own the companies that fix the fucking equipment. You see how these circles operate now with the people that have the money? They just keep taking it from everybody else. It's like they're trying to soak the entire world out of every last fucking dollar they have. And then what? And then what? You're going to see what's happening in France. You're going to see what's happening in Venezuela and all of these other countries when companies like fucking Facebook and companies like Loblaws and shitty fucking politicians, whether it's a Republican or a Democrat or a fucking liberal or a conservative, they're all pieces of shit. And if we as people don't start understanding, we need to start getting our physical money into digital money and into our own possessions, we're going to be fucked in a couple of years. I hate to use the language, and I'm a realist, but when you start seeing this, and the other thing that people don't get is what happens if Facebook tells you how many users are on Facebook? Or right there, 1.5 billion daily logins with approximately 2.38 billion monthly active users, okay? Now ask yourself this. If Facebook comes, and they will, and when they come out with their Facebook crypto coin, what's going to happen when they ask you to use your fiat money through your cash, your debit card, or your credit card, and they want to charge you to buy a Facebook coin so you can use Messenger, Instagram, their video games, even their platform in general, okay? Now follow me. Now they're going to ask you, and what happens if they ask you for your cash, and then say a year or two down the road, there's no more cash? Then what? What are you going to spend your fucking Facebook coin on? Are you going to be able to buy groceries with it? I don't think so. Are you going to be able to fill up some gas with it? I don't think so. But you're going to have your money stuck in fucking Facebook so you can play video games. Again, which you could be making money on anywhere else but Facebook. I actually make money on video games too, sorry. But Facebook was meant to be a free social media access point where people can meet face to face all over the globe. Now it's turned into a data share, a money scheme, and all it's going to do, this thing is going to crush the planet financially. We keep thinking it's going to be the U.S. housing market and things like that. That'll contribute to it. But things like this is scary as fuck. Like, think about it. If you got 1.5 million daily users in, and say half of those people chuck in $20, where you know half of those people are going to put in at least $100. I played a game on Facebook called Mafia Wars for 7 years, and I know people personally that spent over 25 grand on games on Facebook that eventually the developers took away anyways. All that money, so what I'm saying is all that money that people spend on that platform, it disappears. Whereas if you spend all that money on a Bitcoin or a cryptocurrency and you put it into your wallet, that's your money, right? So anyways, I don't want to bitch about it too much because that is something that scares the living shit out of me. Anyways, we still see Bitcoin at that 5,800. Loving it. Anyways, I didn't want to come out and bitch, and tomorrow is our faucet day, and I said at the rate things are going right now, tomorrow's video is going to be absolutely smoking. It'll be easily the biggest week we've had yet because we're coming off a down week where we're still accumulating for free, and in the big week we're always accumulating, so the stacks are still building, and that's what we want. I'm trying to get my bags as heavy as possible with the free crypto that I'm showing you guys how to do. So come back tomorrow. Today's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday. Let's get into it, and I will be back to show you guys how to earn some more free crypto with an update. And as always, take care, be safe, and double check everything you do before you hit that fucking enter button, people. This is 88 Fantastic showing you how to take a bite out of the cryptocurrency market. Take care, y'all.